50 Cent says Diddy just sent him a bouquet that looks straight out of a funeral, and he's calling it a warning. He posted the flowers at 6 a.m., confused, annoyed, and clowning all at once, basically saying, "A warning? I'm 90s grimy. You don't warn me." And honestly, the flowers do look like something you'd place next to a casket. Even 50 liked the top comment asking, "Why do those look like funeral flowers? Be careful." His whole comment section is losing it. People telling him to check the arrangement for hidden cameras, others saying Puff is trying to intimidate him because the Netflix documentary is dragging him across the internet. And the wildest part, 50 was at Club E11 in Miami last night, a club Diddy used to frequent for years. The timing is too convenient to not feel shady. Diddy is somewhere fuming, spiraling, maybe pacing in circles. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is cackling online like this is the best entertainment of his week. And honestly, it kind of is. The documentary already had people glued to screens, and now we have funeral flowers entering the chat like it's season 2. Whether it's trolling, a mind game, or an accidental creepy florist choice, the internet is eating this up. Because if there's one thing about 50 Cent, he will not let you intimidate him. He will meme you into oblivion first.
Diddy just fired back hard at 50 Cent after that wild Netflix documentary dropped. And it's not looking good for him. The streets are buzzing, and people can't stop talking about the shocking claims and shady stories tied to Diddy that the doc laid out for the world to see. Even though the documentary tried to play it fair, showing both sides and pointing out that Diddy was never officially charged or linked to anything involving Tupac or Biggie's deaths, the damage is already done. His image took a serious hit, and Diddy's team is not happy about it. Behind the scenes, things are getting tense. Diddy's camp is reportedly furious about the unseen footage 50 managed to get his hands on. Clips that were never meant to see the light of day. They're denying every wild claim people are making and fighting tooth and nail to shut the whole thing down. Word is, they even tried sending Netflix a cease and desist, and now there's talk of lawsuits flying around like crazy. But here's where it gets even more intense. Rumor has it, 50 Cent's own safety might be on the line. Yeah, allegedly threats have been made, but if anyone can handle that kind of heat, it's 50. This man's been face-to-face with real street legends before. He survived dealing with Supreme, a situation that nearly cost him his life. He's clashed with Jimmy Henchman too, a name that's tied to some of hip-hop's darkest moments involving Tupac and more. So when it comes to danger, 50's not new to it. He's lived through it. And now, with Diddy's name once again tangled up in whispers about people's deaths, the tension in the industry is at an all-time high. So get this. 50 Cent was out at Club 11 in Miami last night just having a good time when, boom, something unexpected happened. Word is, Diddy allegedly sent him flowers. Yeah, flowers. Sounds innocent, right? But trust me, there's nothing sweet about this gesture. Things got real suspicious real fast, especially after 50 dropped his reaction online. On Instagram, 50 didn't hold back one bit. He posted, "What kind of fruity stuff is this? Did he send flowers at Club 11, LOL? Why all the foreplay? Get busy, you know I'm stupid." Then, to make it even clearer he wasn't playing, 50 doubled down in the comments writing, "A warning, I'm 90s grimy. You don't warn me, LOL." He wanted everyone to know. He caught the message, and he's not the type to back down. But here's where it gets even more chilling. In the photo of those flowers, someone in the comments, who claimed to be a funeral director from Baltimore, spotted something that made everyone's jaw drop. He said, "Get the strap. This is a funeral arrangement." That's right, those weren't just regular flowers. They looked like something you'd send to a funeral. Now that's a dark, twisted kind of message. It's almost like Diddy was trying to send a coded threat through those flowers. A silent warning saying, "You're next." And 50 knew exactly what that meant. This kind of symbolism isn't new either. Back in the old days, Al Capone himself was known to send flowers to his rivals before something bad went down. So if that's the kind of move being made here, then things between Diddy and 50 might have just taken a dangerous turn. What's crazy is, 50's no stranger to using flowers as a message himself. Back in the day, when he was beefing with Cameron, Cam actually said that 50 sent him black flowers. Yeah, black ones. That move was cold and mysterious, and even Cam admitted he didn't know how to take it. It was bold, dark, and straight out of a mob playbook. See, in old school mob culture, sending flowers wasn't just about showing respect, it was about flexing power. Italian mobsters used to send thousands of dollars worth of flowers to funerals, not because they cared, but to make a statement, like saying, "We did this."
Because this what happened. So, like, you know, Fifth had sent to my office with black roses and a little coffin. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I did the video.
So now, 50 getting unexpected flowers in Miami, right where Diddy's known to have a spot, doesn't seem random at all. It feels like a warning wrapped in roses. But 50? He's built for this kind of drama. You can see from his caption, he's not scared, just amused. He moves like a soldier, always surrounded by solid people who make sure he's protected. If anything pops off, there's no hesitation. They're ready to respond right away. Still, this is what comes with stirring up big waves in the industry. 50 knew releasing that documentary and calling out Diddy would come with backlash. There are a lot of powerful people who don't like what he's doing. But this is where 50 shines. He thrives in chaos. It's like he said himself in that post. Why all the foreplay? Let's just get busy. That's his mindset. He's not backing down, not now, not ever. 50's not scared one bit. He's seen it all before. And when it comes to Diddy, people in the industry already whisper about his history with dark rumors, including those long-standing stories tying him to Tupac's downfall. It sounds wild, but some folks are saying 50's become like Tupac's revenge. Think about it. Throughout his career, he's been clashing with the same people who once had beef with Pac, or were allegedly tied to things that went down around him. Take Jimmy Henchman, for example. That beef got real ugly. Word on the street is 50 once sent a dead rat to Henchman's front door as a message, and after that, things exploded between their camps. People on both sides were losing their lives, and the tension was off the charts. Eventually, Jimmy Henchman ended up behind bars, but that whole chapter still sits heavy in hip-hop history. And then there's Supreme, a name that's forever linked to one of the craziest parts of 50's story. It's been said that Supreme allegedly ordered the hit on 50, but when it didn't finish the first time, there were more attempts made later. In interviews, 50's old associate, Shaw Money XL, even talked about how things got so bad that people tried to reach 50 while he was recovering in the hospital. That's how real it got. So yeah, when you see 50 laughing it off online now, don't be fooled. He's been through worse. He moves like a strategist, keeping tight security and making sure everyone around him knows exactly how to react if things go left. And posting all this on social media, that's not just for laughs. It's a warning. He's basically saying, if something happens to me, you already know who to look at. Some might call that snitching, but in reality, 50's just protecting himself in plain sight. He's smart, real smart. And every post, every caption, every photo is part of a bigger play. The man knows how to turn danger into a headline while keeping his enemies guessing. However you look at it, 50 doesn't see any of this as snitching or fear. He sees it as setting the record straight. He's basically saying, I'm just showing the world what's happening in real time. If something ever goes down, everyone will already know who might be behind it. It's like he's putting the warning out publicly. If anything happens to my people or my family, don't act surprised. And let's be real, Diddy might be locked up right now, but that doesn't mean he's powerless. You know he's still got loyal folks on the outside who might be ready to move for him if they feel he's been disrespected by this Netflix documentary. Still, 50's playing it cool. He knows how this game works. Talk gets loud, rumors spread fast, and threats float around like smoke. But at the end of the day, will anything actually happen? Maybe not. Remember when Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem went head-to-head? Diddy jumped in that situation too. He once told Joe Budden he was gonna deal with Eminem after M dropped Kill Shot, a track where Eminem even threw shots about Tupac's case. Diddy talked tough, but years passed and nothing ever came of it. That's the thing with Diddy. He's got moments where he talks big, but when it comes to actually doing something, it often stops at words. Still, who knows? It all depends on who he feels he can reach. Eminem's a different story. He keeps to himself, rarely goes out, and stays protected. But 50, he's in the mix, always outside, hosting events, traveling, and showing face. That makes him easier to spot. And that's exactly how those flowers found their way to him in Miami. It wasn't some mystery. 50 was openly promoting his night at Club 11. Everyone knew he was going to be there. So if Diddy wanted to send a message, that was the perfect chance to do it. It's all part of this high-stakes chess game where every move is watched, every post is studied, and every gift might mean way more than it seems. So that's where things can get dangerous, where you know someone's gonna be at a certain location. Cause then things get, orchestrated to where, hey, let's try to do something to this guy. But 50 moves very militant, so I'm not too worried about the situation. And Diddy, he's gonna do whatever he wants to do, and he's gonna try certain. And who knows, this guy might actually try to do something to 50. We don't know what's gonna happen, but 50's not really fearful. He's dealt with this multiple times, but yeah, that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think of the situation and what message Diddy is trying to get.